Hello, I'm Darren Alf from BicycleTouringPro.com, and this behind me is the REI Quarter Dome one-man tent. This is a freestanding, waterproof nylon tent sold by a company called REI. So this sort of a tent is designed for backpacking, but it's also a great tent for bicycle touring and bike packing. As you can see, I have my bike packing bicycle back there. I'm currently in the mountains near Big Bear Lake in Southern California. One of the first things that you're going to notice about the REI Quarter Dome tent is just how tall it is. It's 42 inches tall at its highest point. For me, I'm a tall individual. I'm 6'1", 6'2", somewhere in there, and I can sit up inside this tent more than comfortably with several inches to spare. So that is a really nice feature in a small, lightweight, one-man tent like this. Inside the tent, it's quite spacious as well. There is just shy of 19 total square feet of floor space inside the tent. It's 18.9 square feet if you want to get super technical. Outside of the tent, there is a large vestibule area, one in the front actually, and one in the back. The one in the front is the largest. The total vestibule space, however, is just shy of 10 feet. It's about 9.8 total square feet of space underneath that rainfly, but outside the tent where you can store your backpack, your wet shoes, backpacking bags, bike packing bags, panniers, even maybe a small trailer. So that's great. One of the best things I think about this new REI Quarter Dome tent is the amount of space both inside and outside. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of headroom here inside the tent, and there's also some other features which I should point out while we're here. There's a couple pockets up here which you can use to store things in while you're sleeping at night. There's another one over here. There's a zipper here so that you can actually reach through and access the rainfly on the outside, which is nice. There is also a small pocket over here, sorry, wrong side. This side over here where you can put a few other things near your head while you're sleeping. There are a couple loops up here on the ceiling where you can hang things, maybe hang a flashlight or hang up a little laundry line so you can hang clothes inside here and have them dry while you're sleeping. On the left-hand side of the tent here, the door opens up about 2/3 of the way, which is more than enough space to get in and out of the tent with ease. The vestibule or rainfly on the outside also opens up just here on the left-hand side of the tent. So again, it's very simple to get in and out of the tent when you need to do that. Inside, the space is a little cramped compared to other one-man tents, but the ceiling height more than makes up for it. Now, one of the things that you want to look for when you're buying a backpacking or bike packing or bicycle touring tent is just how big that tent is when it's packed up and carried inside of your backpack or one of your panniers. And one of the great things about this tent is it's relatively lightweight. It weighs about 2 pounds, 14 ounces, depending on how you pack it. If you put a little ground cloth in, that's going to add some weight. You can even pack this tent without the rainfly if you know that you're going to be traveling in ultra, warm conditions or something during the summer months. So about 2 pounds, 14 ounces, which is great, gets you under that 3-pound limit, which you don't see on a lot of other one-man backpacking tents. So it's super lightweight. As far as its pack size go, the tent poles inside are the longest part of the tent, and they measure about 18.5 inches long at their longest. And the tent, once you have it packed up, is about 6 inches wide in diameter. So it's a pretty good size. I wouldn't say it's the best out there right now, but it's a pretty good size. It will fit inside of a big backpacking backpack, and it will fit inside a very large set of bicycle panniers, but you might have a hard time packing it in smaller panniers or even in a bike packing setup like this. It might not fit super great. So that's kind of one of the downsides to this tent. It does pack down relatively small, but it's not the smallest on the market. If there's anything negative that I have to say about the REI Quarter Dome tent, it has to do with the rainfly that's actually on the outside of the tent. It's fully waterproof and works great. The thing I don't like about it is, one, it's a little difficult to get on the tent. It's hard to squeeze on there, and I don't know why exactly. It just doesn't fit very well. The second thing is this vestibule area in the front requires 2 tent stakes, whereas a lot of other small one-man tents like this only require 1 tent stake to string out the vestibule in the front. Why is that a big deal? Well, every ounce counts when you're talking about a small backpacking bicycle touring tent like this. And 1 extra tent stake, it may not seem like a big deal, is 1 extra tent stake that you have to carry with you up that mountain, down that road, or wherever. So I don't really like the fact that there are 2 tent stakes here in the front vestibule. However, because this tent is designed with those 2 stakes in the front, it makes the vestibule area in the front of the tent just a little bit bigger. Finally, the last thing I don't like are the buckles that are down here, kind of on the corners, 4 corners of each side of the rainfly. And the buckles are an issue for me just because they feel cheap. They feel like they're gonna break very easily, and I haven't broken one, but they feel like they could each and every time I buckle or unbuckle the rainfly. So you just need to be very careful to make sure that those buckles do not break. Now, when it comes to price, the REI Quarter Dome one-man tent, I have to say, is probably one of the most high quality yet low cost backpacking bike touring tents that is currently on the market. This tent at full retail price, as you see it here, will set you back about $280 US. Now, that's not a super cheap tent like the kind you're gonna get at Walmart or something, but for a tent of this size and this weight and this quality, it's really one of the best bicycle touring backpacking tents that you can buy. All right, guys, that does it. If you want to learn more about the REI Quarter Dome tent, be sure to visit my website at bicycletouringpro.com. You can also click on the link down below this video. There's a link in the video description, which will send you to a page where you can see pictures, video, and get a link to where you can buy this tent for yourself. I'm Darren Alf from bicycletouringpro.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you out on the road sometime soon.